Pete's illness and my simmering anger at Justin finally exploded. I confronted him about his careless words and things quickly escalated. I punched him. Yes, I punched him. And then he tried to kiss me. It was complicated. Chester showed up to patch Justin up, adding a layer of awkwardness to the whole situation. I left, still reeling from the encounter. As I walked out of the hospital the next morning, a stranger approached me, asking pointedly about my relationship with Justin. Who is this new man, and why is he so interested in my personal life? What secrets are lurking beneath the surface of his questions, and what dangers do they foreshadow? Are you free for a quick chat, Miss Smith? He asked, his voice polite but firm. I raised an eyebrow, a flicker of irritation at the delay. Who are you? I asked, my tone cool. He offered a small, almost apologetic smile. I am Joel Smith, nephew of Ian Smith, and the current owner of the Smith Empire. Oh yes, I replied, my voice carefully neutral. I've heard of you, Mr. Smith. I knew very well who he was, of course. He seemed relieved that I recognized his name, his position, but his focus quickly returned to his purpose. I wanted to speak with you, he began, his gaze intense. Because you saved my Uncle Ian's life. I owe you a debt of gratitude for that. I blinked, surprised by this unexpected admission. I'm not sure I understand. And because of that debt, he interrupted, his voice earnest, I feel obligated to warn you about Justin Hunt. He paused, then continued, his voice laced with concern. As you know, Justin and Tanya, they have a son, Pete. And Justin has made it clear he intends to marry Tanya. He clearly believed he was doing me a favor, protecting me from getting involved in what he perceived to be Justin's established relationship. You're mistaken, Mr. Smith, I said, my tone carefully neutral. Tanya has no children. Joel's eyes widened in disbelief. But I've seen her with him, at the school. You've seen her with Pete, I clarified. But Pete is not her son. A look of confusion crossed Joel's face. He clearly struggled to reconcile my statement with what he believed to be true. I pressed on, wanting to steer the conversation away from Justin and Tanya. Why are you so concerned about Justin's personal life, Mr. Smith? Joel's expression hardened slightly. He seemed to realize he was revealing too much, exposing his own lingering feelings for Tanya. He cleared his throat, his voice regaining its professional edge. That's not important. What matters is that you understand the situation. Joel offered no further explanation. He simply stepped back, a strange smile on his face. I was left speechless, watching him walk away, a whirlwind of confusion and suspicion swirling within me. Joel went upstairs after that encounter. He hadn't slept a wink the previous night, his mind consumed by thoughts of Tanya and the complications of his past. Now, exhaustion finally claimed him. He sank onto the sofa in Ian's ward and closed his eyes, seeking a moment of respite. His executive assistant and bodyguard, who had stayed at the hospital throughout the night, stood near the door. After a brief period of rest, Joel sat up, his weariness replaced by a renewed sense of purpose. Find Athena, he instructed, his voice firm. The assistant nodded. We've already begun investigating her whereabouts, Mr. Smith. But so far we found nothing. We've even offered a reward for information about her on international forums. All we know is that Athena once treated the elderly Mrs. Hunt. It seems Justin Hunt was the one who located her that time. At the mention of Justin, a competitive glint sharpened Joel's eyes. His usual warmth and mildness vanished, replaced by a cold determination. If Justin Hunt found Athena once, he said, his voice low and resolute, I can do it too. The room seemed to grow colder, the air charged with a newfound intensity. On the drive back to the Anderson villa, I couldn't shake my encounter with Joel. His intensity, his strange offer, his possessiveness regarding Tanya, it was all very unsettling. After mulling it over, I pulled out my phone and dialed Solo's number. Solo, I said, my voice low. I need some information about Tanya Turner and Joel Smith. What about them? Solo's voice was calm and professional. I just had a strange conversation with Joel, I explained. He seems overly concerned about Tanya's relationship with Justin Hunt. It's like he's still protective of her. That's interesting, Solo replied. I'll look into it. What exactly do you want to know? Their history, I said. Did they ever date? What's the connection? There was a brief pause. Then Solo's voice came back, slightly surprised. They did. Quite seriously, in fact. They were together for a while, but then Tanya left him. And then what happened? I pressed. Joel eventually married Tanya's half-sister Hillary, Solo said, a hint of something unreadable in his tone. It was complicated. I frowned, piecing together the implications. This was more tangled than I'd imagined. Solo, I continued, my voice firm. I need you to keep a close eye on both Joel and Tanya. I don't trust this situation. I think Tanya might be up to something. Understood, Solo replied. I'll monitor their movements and communications. Be careful, Nora. I ended the call, a knot of unease tightening in my stomach. Joel's strange behavior, his history with Tanya, Tanya's unexpected arrival. It all felt suspicious. Something's not right, I thought, a shiver running down my spine. And I need to figure out what it is. Solo's confirmation of the past relationship between Tanya and Joel only deepened my suspicion. What is Tanya planning? What was her true motive for being here, for ingratiating herself into our lives? And was Joel's interference a genuine attempt to protect me, or something far more sinister?